Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like the channel and become part of this journey with us. One big happy family. Thank you so much to every single one of you that have been supporting the channel from the start until now. And of course, very appreciated the newcomers that will be part of it also. I'd like to mention that my threads are 100% cotton thread. They are from Portugal. I am in Europe. And there are 4 plies, similar thickness to Aunt Lydia number 3. My colors go by number and not by name. Okay. And for the most part, I use 2.75 hook, a small one, millimeter. Small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. I also like to mention I do have a crochet private group. If you're interested to join the beautiful queens there, you're more than welcome as long as you have a profile pic. And I have a crochet page on Facebook and also Instagram and TikTok. All of these links will be below in the description box. All you have to do is click on them. Of course, if you have not subscribed, click on that subscription. It's free, you know that, and hit the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's the only way we can continue to create these beautiful pieces for you guys. By keep growing the channel, of course, by YouTube recognizing the channel and circulating it. And I am so grateful and appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. For a lot of yous that question on my threads, I do ship them out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams equivalent. 300 to 325 yards, okay? And minimum order by 6. It's the only way I can cover the shipping. I make nothing out of it, so I know you will be asking because I get a lot of questions on them. So here you go, okay? So let's get started. Please don't forget to share the video or the channel in your Facebook, public, or your groups, your Facebook crochet groups, through your WhatsApp, your Instagram. It's the only way to keep going and circulating it. Okay, thank you. I send you much blessings. Okay, my dear friends, so today we're going to create these beautiful little flowers. Flat. It's not 3D as you can see. This is an old pattern. I've changed a bit up the stitch. Not by much, but still changed a bit. Very old pattern. Probably some of you recognize the pattern. I don't know. But anyway, I decided to bring it along since you guys always request so much of the pineapples. So it will be pineapples all the way around. The good thing about these flowers in the center, of course, you can do whatever color you want. I decided to go in the center with this beautiful purple. And I'll see how I'm going to do the pineapples around it. You can go the length you like. You can do 3 flowers, 4 flowers, 5 flowers, depending upon the size that you want it for. So that's the good thing about this, because the stitch continues the same with the pineapples. It's just the length that you want your centerpiece to be as a centerpiece or runner. Okay, I'll be using, so I'm going to create one. I'm going to create it with 3 flowers. This is the beautiful purple. Color number 40, 4-ply 100% cotton thread, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, cotton. Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker, so your pattern becomes a little bit bigger than mine. 2.7 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. I ask of you, if you have not subscribed yet, please do so. Help the channel out to keep growing. It's the only way we can continue to bring out these projects for you guys for free. And so hit that subscription button. And please, if you're watching the video, give a thumbs up. It's extremely important. Or give me some suggestions. What would you like to see more of? Okay? Or if you have a specific pattern that you would love to have, but you know, from a picture or an old pattern or something, you can take always a picture. Either you're on my group, you can send it to me on my Facebook crochet group, or if you're not, you can send it to me either through message on Instagram or through my email. It's below in the description box, and I can create it for you and do the tutorial. So that's the best I can do. Okay, so we're going to get started. Thank you so much for being here, especially newcomers. Thank you. So I'm going to bring up a little bit closer. Now we're going to do the magic circle. Bring in the string, secure it with a slip stitch, and I'm coming back in and doing 16 singles. Okay, all the way around, 16 singles. I've done my 16 singles. In case you can't do the magic circle, you can do a 6 chain, 5 to 6 chain, depending upon your tension. We don't want a big hole on the center. So I'm closing in that first single with a slip stitch. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 chain. In the same stitch, I'm doing another double crochet. We're going to have a total of 8 groups of 2 double crochet, but the other ones will be incomplete. Chain 3, skip a stitch into the next one, incomplete double crochet, in the same stitch another incomplete double crochet. So now we have 2. 1, 2, 3 chain, skip a stitch into the next one and repeat the same thing, incomplete double crochet, and again, and close it up together, chain 3 again. So you'll have 8 groups of 2 double crochet. Okay, everyone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have 1 single left, so always skipping 1. So I did my 3 chain coming on where we've closed with a slip stitch. Okay, now we're going to come inside of this 3 chain, do a single and 2 chain. Actually, no, a single and 1 chain. And I'm going to do double crochet, incomplete, another double crochet, incomplete, and another double crochet, incomplete. So in reality, we have 3 incomplete double crochet, a single, and 1 chain. Now I'm going to close it. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come back in the same stitch, incomplete, 3 incomplete double crochets again. Okay, I'm going to close them. I'm going to do 1 chain, coming back in and doing a single. So it's going to give me more or less like the very first one I've done. Okay, again into the next stitch, single and 1 chain. 3 incomplete double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to close it all together. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Coming back in, doing the 3 incomplete double crochets, closing it, 1 chain, coming back in with single. Okay, so we're going to do the same way all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, row 3. Okay, everyone. So I've done, I'm going to call them paddles. Why not, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done my last chain and single on the same stitch. Now I'm going to come in the middle here, the stitch on the next one. I need to get to the top of that 3 chain. So slip stitch, I call it the walk. Most of you already know that. With a single and 1, 2 chain. So I have my first double crochet. I'm going to complete a total of 8 double crochets all in the same stitch. So I have 5, 6, 7, and 8. Chain 2 into the next one and repeat again the 8 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're going to repeat that 2 chain space in between the 8 double crochets. This is perfect also if you want to make like you know, those runners that you can do 1, 2, bring this out here more, 1 here, 2 or 3, and then decrease to 2, 1. Just beautiful also. Or just keep attaching it and just have a straight runner. Always by 2 on each side. Or you can make what do you call them? Can't remember now. You know, those oh my god, I can't remember the name, but those blouses, anyway, you know what I mean. Can't think of the name right now. Okay, so continue on. 8 double crochets, 2 chain space between them. So I've completed row 4, was done with a slip stitch on my 3rd chain, or my single 2 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain, double crochet. Now I'm going to do 4 incomplete double crochets. So I have 3 and 4. Close it all together. 1, 2 chain. Coming into the next one, again doing 1 per stitch, 4 incomplete double crochet. This is row 5, and close it together. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming in the center of that 2 chain with single, 1, 2, 3 chain. Again, in that first double crochet and doing the 4 incomplete double crochets. Two chain, sorry. What was I thinking? A big shout out to Karen H. Thank you so much for always supporting the channel with your likes and your comments. You're a wonderful human being. I know she listens to the videos even though she's not crocheting. 1, 2, 3, and that's very helpful for the channel. Thank you so much. God bless you. 1, 2, 3. So I've done a single in the middle of those 2 chain. And again, just repeating those 4 incomplete double crochet. And closing all together, chain 2. And repeat again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming in that 2 chain, single, 1, 2, 3 chain, and repeat your 2 groups of the 4 incomplete double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 3 chain, and I'm going to close it up where we've closed all of those incomplete double crochets. Okay. Now I'm going to come in the center again of that 2 chain with a single and 2 chain. I'm going to do shells of 4 double crochet and 2 chain space in between them. So this is row 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 2, and again 4 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4 chain. Coming on that single we did in between the shells, and 4 chain again. 2, 3, and 4. Coming in the center again of that 2 chain. Oops, what was I thinking? Doing again a shell of the 4 double crochets. I almost went to do an incomplete. Can you imagine that? 3 and 4. Chain 2 and 4 and 4 double crochets. Why am I going to say incomplete? I just finished doing that. Sometimes people, I'm telling you, my brain is so exhausted with tutorials and nails and hair and homework and the construction going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and single. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished my 6th row, going into the 7th and the last row, and we are attaching. So I'm going to do the walk again to the center of that shell. Single, 2 chain. Going to create a shell again of 4 double crochets, 2 chain and 4 double crochets. So 2, 3, and 4. Chain 2. And again 4 double crochets. Now this time we're going to do 11 chains. 11 chain, coming in and building that 4 double crochet shell again. Chain 2. So I'm going to continue to do this until I have 11 chain. I'll explain to you in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and doing my shell again of those 4 double crochet and 2 chain, 4 double crochet. And 4, and then again your 11 chain. So we're going to leave one out only to be done, okay, because we need to attach the other one. The chain's going to be attached, and when we complete to close in with the slip stitch, we'll attach the last one. So basically you will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But on the 7th, we're attaching already. And then we're attaching the center on the 8th, and we're attaching again. Okay? So I'm going to continue to do, and then I'll come back to you and let you know how many I have, just to make sure you understood. Okay, you guys. So I've done 6 shells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shells. Sorry, what the hell's wrong with me today? I'm telling you. And we have the last one to do. But we're going to do a 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Okay? Now, of course, when you do your first one, you cut your thread. When you do your second, you don't cut it because you're going to attach, right? So 5 chain. I'm going to come on that chain, and this is also a way for you to see, you know, when you're attaching. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On my 6th, I'm coming in, and I'm going to do a slip stitch, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, coming in, doing my shell of those 4 double crochets, 1 chain only, and I'm going to come in where my shell here is, and I'm going to do a slip stitch through it, 1 chain, and then again 4 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain again, and counting again, 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On my 6th, I'm going to slip stitch through it again and do 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Coming in my last one, and slip stitch. I'm just going to go slip stitch in that chain in the center there and cutting my thread, and then tucking in the loose ends. So gives you an idea how stunning that looks, right? So now I'm just going to tuck in my loose end. Now, of course, there's always new people coming to the channel. Sometimes they need to learn how to, just going to cut this a little bit, it's too long. And with a smaller hook, I'm going to come through the stitches here where those singles are that we did and pull the thread through it. This way we're sure that nothing is going to come apart. So we've tucked that in. Of course, you tuck in the next one. Usually when I have stitches in front, I like to go in between the stitches here, or the shell, because we know usually we work on them, so it hides the thread pretty well, or secures it at least. We can tuck in a little bit more down here. It doesn't have to be left at the edge. So that's pretty much tucked in already. So I'm doing with 3, but you can go the length you want, 4, 5, 6, depending on the length, how big you want your pattern to be. Okay, so far this one in the center, 49 centimeters. Okay. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, everyone. So I'm going to use this lighter shade of purple. Why not? If I had lavender, I would have used lavender, but I don't. So color number 38. So we're going to start on this shell here. We're going to continue to build shells. Difference is we're going to be doing 3 and not 4. Okay, so coming in that shell right next to the chains, I'm going to do single and 2 chain for my first double crochet. But you can start your shell or your double crochets however you used to. So 3 double crochets, 2 chain, get some more thread here and 3 more double crochets. Like that. Okay. One, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to count on those 11 chains. I'm going to go to my 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On my 6th, I'm going to do 7 double crochets, all on the same stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 double crochets. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Shell with shell, 3 double crochets this time. 2 chain, and 3 more double crochets. Chain 3, again coming in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my 6th, 7 double crochets. Two, 4, 6, 7. Chain 3. Continue your shell. 2 chain and your 3 other double crochets. So we're going to continue to do that until here. So I'll meet you here. Just repeat until the last one. Okay, everyone. So done my last shell there, as I told you that we'd complete. These 7 double crochets are the foundations of the pineapple. So now we're going to do a 7 chain, getting from one flower to the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain. Always getting from one flower to the next. That's why it doesn't matter how long you do your project, how many flowers you want to use, and do your shell. So we're just repeating what we've done. And that's how it's going to be all the way around the same way. Like that. Chain 3. And again, on your 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On my 6th, my 7 double crochets. Three chain and your shell. So you're going to continue to do that all the way around until we close in with the 7 chains here into the first shell we did. Okay, so 7 chain in between the flowers on both sides. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I've reached the end, close in with slip stitch. We're going to do the walk into the middle of that shell with slip stitch. Shell over shell, single 2 chain, and 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 double crochet. Okay, chain 3, coming where that 7 double crochets are. The first double crochet, 1 chain space, double crochet, 1 chain. So we're doing those 7 double crochets and 1 chain in between them. Everything else stays the same except when we get to the 7 chains that we did from one motif to the other. Oops, I have to do my 1 chain there. Okay, chain 3, repeat your shell. I'll meet you where I have the 7 chain so you can see what I'm going to do next. Okay, everyone. So pretty much did my shells, my 7 double crochets with 1 chain space, shell, 7 double crochet. We are here at the 7 chain. So I'm going to do 3 chain. That's the only thing that's different on this second row. And I'm going to call it second row because we're no longer in the flowers. We are in rows now. Okay, so second row, 1, 2, 3 chain again, and continue to do your shells and your 7 double crochets. So that's the only difference is when you're arriving into that 7 chain with the single. Everything else is 3 chain in between them. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I've just closed in with slip stitch. Gonna do the walk to the center of that shell. A little fly flying around, my goodness. Okay, let's continue. Let's not get interrupted by the flies. Okay, so single, 2 chain. Continuing the shell, where the shell is, still stays the same. The 3 chains stay the same. In between shells and pineapples. So the only thing that's going to change is where we have these 7 chain again there. Chain 3, and also on here the pineapple. Double crochet over double crochet, and 2 chain this time between the double crochets, those 7 double crochets. So we're repeating them with 2 chain space in between them. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine, and I'll meet you back at those 7 chains in between flowers. Okay, that's the only thing that's going to change. So the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 chain. I did only 1 chain there. And double crochet over double crochet. Chain 3, shell over shell. So I'll meet you there. Okay, everyone. So those was where the 7 chain was, going from one shell to the other, 1 chain space only, and shell over shell. So that's the only difference here on this row 3 is the 1 chain space and the 2 chain space between the double crochets for the pineapples. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row 3. Okay, everyone, close my row out. So going into that shell with shell, That's going to change up a bit. We're going to start the motifs for the pineapples. Shell over shell, and the 3 chains stay the same. Here on the first space, we're going to do 3 incomplete double crochets. Close them together, chain 2 into the next one, 3 incomplete double crochet. So we're not doing that normal 3 chain for the pineapples. We're doing it like this, okay? Chain 2 in between them. You should have 6 of these incomplete groups of double crochet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the last one to do, so make sure that they're all even with 6. And 3 chain. Now, because we are just starting the pineapples, it seems like it waves a bit. That is very normal. Once we start decreasing on the pineapple motifs, the pattern comes together. So don't worry about the waving. It all takes shape. Again, chain 3 into that first space of the pineapple, 3 incomplete double crochet, chain 2, space in between these groups, just going to show you here a second. So it tends to pleat a bit, as you can see, right? Even if we try to fix it and stretch it, it tends to pleat. But once the pineapples start closing in, then you know that it's going to take shape altogether. So where we have these 2 shells, so one is for this one to close in and the other one is for the other one, okay? We're going to repeat the rule like that all the way around. The 6 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 3 chain the shell. When we get to the shell with shell, again, we're going to repeat just 1 chain stitch between them on this row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so row 4, just 1 chain stitch. Next row, it's going to change. So continue to do yours, and I'll meet you at the end of this row 4. Okay? Okay, everyone. So finished row 4. Going into row 5. So I already started my shell because it's just a repeat. Here is also a repeat. Chain 3. And the 3 incomplete double crochet. So now it's going to start to decrease for these pineapples. Chain 2, 1, 2, and 3. The only difference now is on the shells. We're going to have 3 groups of 3 double crochet. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 3, and here we're going to have 3 groups of 3 double crochet, so we can separate the pineapples. Chain 2, 3 more double crochet, chain 2, and again 3 more. All of them will be the same way, including the 2. So I'll complete my other one, my other group, when I come back to it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we have the 3 groups and 2 chain in between, and then continue your incomplete double crochets, the 3 incomplete, and chain 2 between them. So the only difference going to be is when we get to these, we're going to do the 3 groups just the same. Like I said, I'll complete when I come back to it. So 3 here, no chain space, just directly, and 3 there. That's all there is to it. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone. So I'm completing row 5. Row 5 has the 3 groups of the 3 double crochet and 2 chain in between them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 incomplete groups of the pineapples. Here I'm going to go directly and complete the other group that I told you that I would complete it at the end. Two chain and close in. So now we're going to start row 6. I'm going to do the walk with slip stitch, create my shell, and then it's going to change a bit on these groups here. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do this shell here, the 3 double crochets, and your incomplete 3 double crochets for the pineapple. So on this row 6 we should have 4 groups, 2 chain space in between them, and then I'll come back to you again on the shell. So where we have the normal shell will stay shell, 2 chain space in between them, and continue with the shell. The only thing that's going to change is where we have that 7 chain motif shells, the 2 shells that are next to each other. That is going to change. Okay, everything else stays the same. So it's a 2 chain between them. I'm going to continue, and then when I come to that 2 shells next to each other, I'll come back to you on it so you'll understand what we're doing next. Okay, everywhere else is the same thing, shell, 2 chain, shell. Okay, and all of the other motifs except where we have the 7 chain, the 2 shells together. Okay, everyone, so now we are at the shells close to one another. We're going to do 2 chain, come into this one here and do 1 double crochet only, 2 chain into the next one, 1 double crochet only, 2 chain, and continue your shell. That's the only difference we have here on this row, and shell over shell. So all of the places that we have those 7 chains, that's where we do the difference. I'll show you in a second. Everything else continues the same. The 3 chain, the 3 incomplete double crochets, 2 chain between them. So shell, 2 chain, 1 double crochet on the next one, 2 chain, 1 double crochet, 2 chain, and then shell. All of the ones that have that 7 chain connection where the 2 shells are. Okay, that's the only place that we do those double crochet and 2 chain. Okay, everyone, so completed my row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to repeat what we've been doing with the shell, 3 double crochet, the incomplete double crochets, we'll have 3. So Let's continue. I'm going to row 7, doing that slip stitch. Complete your shell. So all of this stays the same. So now we're entering the shells. Now the shells, we're going to have 3 shells. One here, one in the center of those 2 chain, and one on the next one. Only on these motifs. So when we get to here where the 7 chain is, we're going to be doing shell, 2 chain, 1 double crochet, 2 chain, 1 double crochet, 2 chain, 1 double crochet, 2 chain, and your shell. Everywhere else will stay 3 shells. So no chain space directly into the next one with shell. And that's how we're going to do in all of the rest of the other ones. Again, no chain space directly into the next shell with shell. So when I get to that 7 chain space, I'll come back to you again just to make sure you understood. So all of the other motifs except where we have the 7 chain will be different. We'll have 1 double crochet on each stitch. That means we'll have 4 little blocks, okay? So you should have 3 groups here now in this row for the pineapples. And again, coming into that shell with shell. And create those 3 shells again. No chain space, directly into that 2 chain with shell. Exactly how we did the other one. And again, no chain space, shell with shell. Okay, so when I come around this way, where we have the shells here and the 1 double crochet, I'll meet you there. Okay, everyone. So I arrived at that 3 little square. It's where we have those 7 chain between flowers, the shells, 2 chain, and 1 double crochet inside of the first square. 2 chain, and my second double crochet, 2 chain, my third double crochet, 2 chain, shell over shell. So we're only doing this only on these motifs here of the shells together, okay, where the 7 chain is. Like that. So that means this side too will have the same thing, 4 little blocks like we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else stays the same. Remembering what I told you a bit back Even though it's waving, it's starting to straighten up as much as we close the pineapples out. Then they start pulling itself together and the pattern becomes together and it does not become wavy as much anymore. So if you see this side, because I've been working on it, it's already getting pulled together. And on this side, if we look at it, it's still quite a bit wavy, right? But as we're working now and closing those pineapples, way much more straight. Okay, so don't stress over it. It gets straightened by itself. Okay, everyone. So I've started row 8, did my shell after my slip stitch, my 3 chain. We have 2 groups left on the pineapple. 3 chain shell. Here will be shells also with 2 chain space. So it's just a repeat, but we'll have a 2 chain space in between them. Two chain and shell over shell. Three chain and your pineapple and complete 3 double crochet. 2 chain, so on all of these ones we're repeating 2 chain space. When we get to the little squares, it's just a repeat of squares again. So shell, 2 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet, and then you close in. So we have 4 little squares. Next row we'll have 5. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. It's just a repeat with 2 chain space. Okay, everyone, going into row 9, which I've started. Close in with slip stitch, did my shell, my 3 chain, and my last 3 incomplete double crochet for the pineapple. All of the motifs with the 3 shells, we're going to have 5 shells now. 1 here, 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 and here. And where we have the 1 double crochet, that stays the same. So shell, 2 chain, 1 double crochet in the center. 2 chain, 1 double crochet, 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 and close in with your 2 chain. So we have 5 little squares. Next row we'll have 6. Here, no chain space, and create shell inside of this 2 chain. So we'll have a total of 5 shells, all of the motifs like this. No chain, shell again. So that's my 3rd shell. No chain, my 4th shell. It is pouring rain here today. For that reason, you're not listening to construction going on. Thank God for days like this. I mean, gives my ears, my head a break. But of course, we need to advance the construction in this house or else it's almost unlivable with the rain. Chain 3. And again, your last incomplete double crochet, chain 3, continue with your 5 shells. And the pattern is becoming pretty much almost straight. The next few rows, it will get all straightened up. It's kind of big here. My table's small, but as you can see, it's not as wavy anymore. And once we complete it and block it, then we have all our pineapples into place, right? Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, going to row 10. We're almost done. So I've done my shell already. Now here we're going to go into where we've closed off, here at the beginning or here, but I prefer it to be here so it can be more centered, and do 1 double crochet directly into the next shell. We have only 1 more row left, and creating shell over shell. Okay, like that. So it should bring the pattern together now. It should be not as waving anymore, because now we're pulling those pineapples together. Okay, so double crochet over double crochet. We are going to go directly again into the next one with double crochet over double crochet. So no chain stitch, just closing out pretty much the pattern so it can all come together. And again, so we have those 5 shells. We continue to do those 5 shells. The only difference is really this one here. The little blocks will stay also blocks. Shell, 2 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next row, or this row now, 7 blocks. So the only change is here. Everything else stays the same. Shell over shell. Go directly. There is no chain space. Directly again. One double crochet. I'm just gonna go right into the center here. So there's no chain space in between. Closing these patterns tightly together, and shell over shell directly. So there's no 3 chain space in between, okay? We have to go directly in so we can tighten the pattern together. So basically, pineapples should all come together now. They should tighten itself, as you can see here, and imagine when it's blocked. So we still have a little bit of waving, not much, just a bit. Of course, if we block it, it becomes nice and straight. But now with this row, it should come very nice and straight, okay? So I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, my 11th row, my last row. So I did a slip stitch, a single, 2 chain. We're going to be doing 3 incomplete double crochet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain, counting 1, 2. On my 3rd one, picot, coming back in, doing 3 incomplete double crochet and closing it together. Did I do the 3 chain? No, I didn't. Oh my goodness, my brain sometimes, people. So after your picot, 3 chain and the 3 incomplete double crochet. Like that. Okay, directly into the next one again with the 3 incomplete double crochets, closing it together. 6 chain, 1 2 3 4 5 6. On your third one, 1 2 and 3, picot, chain 3, coming back in, 3 incomplete double crochet. So this is how it's going to be, and then directly again. So it's just a repeat. There's no chain space. Do your 6 chain, come back on the third, picot, 3 chain, and then 3 incomplete. And that's how it's going to be in all of them. When we get here, I'll come back with you. We're going to do it, let's say the incomplete double crochets, skip a stitch, incomplete double crochets, skip a stitch, incomplete double crochets, like we've done here, the shells. Okay, shell, skip, shell, skip, shell, skip, and shell. But I'll come back to you on there once I get over on the other side. Okay. Okay, everyone, so we've reached that point where the little blocks are. I've done my shell, the incomplete double crochets on that first block. Now I'm going to skip this one and come into the next one. We should have 4 of these shells. 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 on my third one. 1 2 3 chain, come back in, skip a block into the next one. One, 2, and 3. 3 chain, come back in. Skip a block into the last one. So we should have 4. 1 2 3, and my 4th. Okay, into the third chain, chain 3, and the incomplete double crochets. And then directly into your shell. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like. So I'll have a little video and the pictures at the end once I have blocked the pattern. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So you know it's just directly into the next one. There's no chain space in between. And skipping the second one, then shell, skip, shell, skip, shell. So you have 4 of them inside of these little squares. Thank you to everyone. I will see you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. Give a thumbs up. You know how it is. And until next time, everybody, take care. Bye-bye.